Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, welcome to the Empower Blog. This is Steve Maraboli, president of A Better Today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I absolutely love doing this Empower Blog. It's a 15-minute empowerment snack for those of you who need a quick pick-me-up, or if you're just in a philosophical mood and maybe just want to learn a little something or pick my brain a little bit. I absolutely love doing this Empower Blog. For those of you who listen to my show, Empowered Living Life, the Truth, and Being Free, it's radio stations and on the Internet. It's the most listened to Internet talk radio show in the entire country. We got well over 500,000 listeners that listen every single week to the show. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning into the Empower Blog. Today's blog is about a life of abundance. And before I go any further, more information about A Better Today, our speeches, programs, seminars, available at abettertoday.com or stevemaraboli.com. Also, more information about the radio show and what we're going to be doing with Blog Talk Radio. Please visit empoweredlivingradio.com. I want to talk to you about a life of abundance. And when you take a walk through your bookstore and go into the quote-unquote self-help section, it's always about abundant living, and whether it's titled "Make $1 Million with No Problem" or just abundant living itself. I want to talk to you about a life of abundance, if I can, for just a few minutes. Now, when abundance defined is something that is extremely plentiful or over-sufficient. It's overflowing. It's fullness. Most of us define it as some sort of affluence or wealth. Most of us choose about living an abundant life. It's mostly about, again, plentiful, overflowing, and wealth. But when I tour around and I talk to people and I talk to them about abundance and what it is that they actually want in life, and I hear what they tell me, I actually hear something else when I ask them, why is it that you would want to live an abundant life? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. In case many of you don't know, some of the greatest sharpening of your own mind you can do is to ask yourself questions about beliefs you have. A lot of people don't know this. Some of the most successful people in the world do know this. To sit with your own thoughts and ask yourself questions. It'll help you refine your ideas, and it'll help you define your beliefs. It's a powerful thing you can do. Well, anyways, what I do often with people when they talk to me is I ask them, well, why do you want to live an abundant life? And what it actually comes down to is what an abundant life means for most people is a life that not only has a plentiful or an overflowing amount of something. What a lot of these people seek is an absence of something. They seek an absence of need, an absence of struggle, an absence of stress. When I ask, why do you want to live an abundant life? It's very rarely because I want to do all this. It's usually taken from an absence point of view. It says, well, because I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. Well, because I don't want to struggle anymore. Or because I don't want to have so much stress of all the bills that I have anymore. It's very rarely going towards the abundance. It's usually running away from some sort of negative. But as far as the abundance goes, regardless of whether you're being pulled to it or you're running to it, or no matter how you look at it, I want you to know that a life of abundance can absolutely be yours. Beyond that, it's already yours. That's a fact. Because a life of abundance is not a thing that happens. It's a path you choose. And it's not a choice you make just in your mind. It's a commitment you make in your heart. It's the actions you take every day. If you want an abundant life, think abundantly, act abundantly, live abundantly. Understand this. There are many dimensions to how you create things on this earth. I know that you could read books and you can find things that are going to say it's really easy. You snap your fingers and you sit there and think and you do whatever. It's not really how it happens. The truth is there's a universal collaboration at all times, and if you want something, you have to act as if. Act as if you've already received it. Act as if you want it. You don't ask the universe for anything with your words. You ask it with your actions. And when you get really good at it and you're really committed and you're really into it, you're actually demanding it with your actions. So remember, a life of abundance is not something that happens. It's a path you choose. It's a choice you make in your mind, it's a commitment you make in your heart, and it's the actions you take every day. So again, if you want an abundant life, you have to think abundantly, act abundantly, and overall live abundantly. And how do you do that? Well, start by being grateful for the abundance you can see now. What do you have to be grateful for? If your answer is nothing, then you're not thinking long enough. And it's not that you're an ingrate. It's that maybe you've spent years and years and maybe decades not appreciating what you have and not having that grateful mentality. But think about, what is it that you're grateful for now? Think about that. Next, you go on to, what does abundance mean to you? What is it that you want? Picture yourself. Imagine, if you can, use your vision and picture yourself. Picture what you see as an abundant life. Now, what do you see? And then when I say, what do I see? It's not in general. How do you look in this abundant life? What is it? Where are you living in this abundant life? What state? What country? What does your house look like? What do your boats and cars look like? What is your stress-free? What does this stress-free, struggle-free, abundant life look like to you? What do you look like in this abundant life? And when you get that picture down, when you get that vision down, then you ask yourself, okay, well, that's where I want to be. Now let me figure out where I am. So you look to where you are now in relation with that abundant life. Now that's the easy part.